I screwed up, guys. I told you guys a long time ago I wouldn't do something, and I went and done it. Let's go. So let me just start out by giving you a little bit of information about me. I can't remember who said it, but I was listening to a podcast where somebody said that you only have a certain amount of space on your own, hard drive for new information, and you kind of just trash any information that you don't find absolutely necessary. And so I can remember things pretty decently well that I have to know, but especially with WGU, if I don't feel like it's absolutely necessary information, I find it easy to forget, and I'm already a very forgetful person as it is. So anyway, one of my very first videos I made on YouTube, I told you guys that I had taken the OA a couple days ago, and I didn't remember a whole lot about it, but I'll never do that again, and I'll make sure that I always do my videos as soon as I get done with the OA. Well, I broke the cardinal rule, and I didn't do that. I took this OA 2 weeks ago, and I will be 100% transparent with you guys. I don't really remember a whole lot. I spent the last 15 minutes trying to scour through my notes and everything that I did to complete this course and try to remember as much as I can. I don't want to say this video is going to be a waste of time, but I don't remember a ton from this class, even though I just did it 2 weeks ago. But I will tell you the things I do remember. Now that I've got my disclaimer out of the way, C722 Project Management. This isn't that bad of a course. You can probably knock this course out in about a week, if not less. I didn't dive into the reading material at all. Again. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 10 cohorts. They're not very good. The guy on there seems like a very likable, nice guy, but it's just fast fire, concepts at you. A lot of this stuff within this course seems kind of like rehashed material that you might have already learned about before. But all I did to pass this course was I watched those cohorts, and then I went into the Accelerator page on Facebook, and even Reddit had this link. There is a link that I'll try to post down in the information section of this video, but it's a video of another guy on YouTube doing an hour-long cohort that goes over pretty much all the same stuff that this guy and this cohort goes over. It's a pretty good video. He kind of goes by step by step all the things within project management. He doesn't go over everything in finite detail, but he gives you kind of the broad idea, and that's really all you need to pass this course. So just to make a long story short, watch those I think 8 to 10 cohorts that guy made that weren't very good, but it still gave you enough information to pass the course. I watched that hour-long video on YouTube. And then I took the PA. I didn't pass the very first PA that I took very well. Actually, let me retract. This is just another pro tip. I've said it in other videos, but I'm going to say it again for people to land on this specific video, is you don't need to unlock the OA. You don't have to pass the PA in order to unlock the OA. You can go into the PA if you are confident in this course. Let's just give you a scenario. You're confident in this course, but you don't want to have to complete the entire PA before you move on to the OA, or you want to do what I do, which is take the PA and then schedule the OA again for 5 hours later. That's what I do on almost every single one of my WGU courses. Is I take the PA, I study the things I didn't do well on in the PA, and then I take the OA 5 hours later and just cram in that short window, and it's done pretty well for me so far. But you don't actually need to pass the PA to unlock the OA. You can go in, answer 2 questions, even if they're wrong, and just by virtue of taking the PA, it'll 99% of the time unlock the OA. You just have to give it 5 or 10 minutes or whatever for it to process. But yeah, that's just a little tip for people that are kind of new to WGU, is you don't actually have to pass the PA in order to unlock the OA. But anyway, so that's what I did. I watched those videos, watched the YouTube video of that one guy. I took pretty good notes. I think I only took 5 pages of notes. Took the PA, didn't do very well on it, studied what I didn't do well on, took the OA, and passed it. Now, I will say, like I've said with almost every other thing, there is a fair amount of WGU-isms. And actually, I don't remember very much specifics about the OA that I took. I felt like it aligned pretty well. But it was probably one of the harder, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is probably one of the harder courses or OAs that I've taken at WGU, just because I don't know, just wording. I don't even know if I would necessarily call it WGU-isms, because I've told you that's like where a whole bunch of different answers are right. And I don't think that it was necessarily like that in this course where they had a bunch of different answers that were right. I just feel like the questions were kind of confusing. Like they were just very poorly worded questions. But nevertheless, I actually did, the whole entire time I was taking the OA, I was like, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. And then I ended up passing the OA much better. I didn't get exemplary, but I was probably pretty close. So that's, I guess, another thing that I would say about OAs is don't doubt yourself and don't overthink things. Usually going with your gut is going to get you, somewhere close to the right answer. And then process of elimination always helps out a lot. But yeah, the whole entire time I was taking this OA, I thought I was going to fail and ended up passing pretty well. It was actually the first time that I've ever taken an OA that I had to take a break, but funny story, not funny at the time. My wife, I don't know if you've ever seen Ron Burgundy, Anchorman, but where he's can't control the volume of his voice. Well, my wife is like that, my lovely, sweet wife. And when she's on the phone with her sister, or even when she's talking to you face to face, she is screaming, and I don't think she even realizes it. And she's not deaf, but she just cannot control the volume of her voice. So I'm sitting here taking my OA thinking I'm going to fail, and you can hear my wife on the other side of the house screaming into the phone with her sister and talking to her niece, and talking in baby voices. And my proctor's like, is somebody else in there with you? And it's the first time I've ever had to take a break in the middle of an OA to go back and tell my lovely, sweet, love of my life wife that, hey, you have to be quiet, because I'm going. They I don't know if you guys know this, but they will fail you if they think anything nefarious is going on. But anyway, just funny. I was furious. I could have friggin' choked her out, but nah. I went back there and said, "Hey, you got to stop screaming." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but I just thought that was funny. But yeah, it was the first time I've ever had to take a break, which was, by the way, a headache. I guess just so you guys are aware, the proctors don't control the breaks. When I clicked on take a break, it wouldn't work. And in order for me to take a break, they had to send it up to WGU and then get it sent back, which took like 30, 45 minutes. So I thought that was very strange. So make sure before you take OAs, make sure you use the bathroom, get your waters or whatever that you happen to need, because it's not a quick process, or at least this one time wasn't a quick process to take a break. But that's all I have. I'm sorry that this was kind of a lackluster video as far as information goes. Yeah, I thought I was stressed out by this OA. I thought I was going to fail it, ended up passing it, and I just did not feel like making a video. So I apologize. I hope this video helps at least a little bit. If not, again, sorry. Moving on, I will not be back. I am going on vacation in 3 days, and I will not be back for about 7 days. So it's going to be probably 2 weeks before you guys get it. Well, actually, no, because I'll probably make a video about the vacation that I go on. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have. The next course that I start, I think, is going to be network security, something like that. Network and security foundations. Yeah, network and security foundations, C722. So hopefully I can knock that out quick, and I'll be back. So I'll see you guys in the next one.